How's everybody doing today? Content analysis 2750. My puppy dog is my profile picture. Uh, you could subscribe to my channel. You could like the video. You could dislike the video. You could comment if you want. And you can share it if you would like to, or if it's something that you would like to share. I want to give a whole lot of thanks to the people who've subscribed to my channel. My subscriptions are going up. And my last video, there was a lot of conversation going on in the comment section. And I really appreciate everybody that was in the comment section of my tax stone video that I recently put up. If you didn't see it, go watch it. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll gather something. I don't know. Maybe you'll be entertained by it. So I was going to do another topic on my video today, but I went on YouTube and I seen something and I wanted to speak on what I saw. As always, I always start my videos off with a quote that maybe you could think about and maybe utilize as you go through your day and the differences that you have to face during the course of your day. Today's quote is by Harry Day. I don't know who he is, but it says, "Rules are for the obedience of fools. Fools are people who act unwisely, prudent, and the guidance of wise men." A lot of people want to break the rules and think that there's no consequences for the rules, for breaking the rules. Like, they're going to just break the rule and so be it. You know, society has rules for a reason. And the reason is so the unwise can wisen up and follow the path to become an asset to the community opposed to a liability to the community. Rules are the guidance of wise men, because wise men function within the rules. They learn the rules really, really good. And they function within the rules and they achieve a lot that society has to offer. So, why did I bring that up? I brought that up because as I was looking at YouTube to see, like what comments, because I'll try to address the comments of my videos, I came across a live that kind of like incited me a little bit, making me want to put my other video topic on hold and jump to this one. What was that? This is what it was. The first thing I saw when I went on YouTube was Mr. Dewberry with his live and the caption, "China Mac got Charleston White and Hassan Campbell page taken down." Now, I did a video on Hassan Campbell's page being taken down. Once I seen YouTube and I seen all this videos and lives and what have you, speaking about Hassan Campbell's channel being deleted. I did a lot of research into it to make sure that it was fact, not fiction. And through my research, I found that they did take his channel. Somehow his channel was compromised and no longer on YouTube. If you look at that video, I said in that video that because of Hassan Campbell's behavior on YouTube, some of the things that he was saying, his video had to be taken down. And I said that next would be Charleston White, and followed by maybe Whack 100, because of the disrespect that they like to voice in their lives. Now, before I go on, I want to show you something about YouTube.
What's that, camera?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube doing a video.
Oh, sorry.
So, I want to show you something. Okay, we're going to go to... First, a lot of people tend to become a part of something, and Jay-Z once said in one of them thumbnails, a lot of times when he put rappers on, he don't get too involved with the rapper because a lot of times they automatically want to be up on the top with him. When they down here and they have to grow up there, they automatically think they're on his level, and they not. So sometimes people get involved in situations and become a part of an organization, and they think that they own that's theirs. Nothing can happen to me. I own this. I bring in this. I do that. Without me, they can't survive. They go through a whole ton of, psychological ideas that makes them think they own it. You know what I mean? It's nothing more visible than this. I hate to say it. When somebody gets a female and think they own that female, that's mine. I bought that car, I pay that rent, and they think they own that person. You better not go see nobody. They begin to tell her what to do. She can't live without me. That's just a profound example of what I was saying about sometimes people get involved in organizations or groups or individual relationships, and that person, think that they own that organization, that group of individuals, or that person that's in their lives. And it's a rude awakening when they find out they really have no control over that situation other than what control they were given. So let's look at this. Who owns YouTube? Let's look at it. Who owns YouTube? YouTube was founded by an Asian American, Indonesian, I think it is, Mr. Chen, a German American, and an American, two foreigners and an American. But Google was able to acquire YouTube. Today, Google that you go on, Google it. Yo, Google that. Yo, let me hit that on Google, baby. They own YouTube also. Let's look at some of the things they say. Today in this article, but in this video, you will know who owns YouTube in 2023. Google owns YouTube in 2023. Nobody who generates anything for Google, I'm going to show you something too, for Google, owns Google. Think about the content that you put out. They got to have a storage or something for the videos you have and everything. Google even, I was reading it, copyright. You can copyright your videos through Google. You don't go pay your You got to pay for copywriting. You write a book, you go get it copyrighted. There's cost. You don't pay nothing to copyright material that you put on Google. Google will do that for you because why? It's Google's. This is nobody's entity but Google. In today's internet world, there would hardly be anyone who does not use YouTube. Right? Some people don't, but there's a lot of people who do. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. It's the second. It's not the first. It's the second. I remember AOL was a big search engine. You know what I mean? They had everything on lock. Now Microsoft has a search engine. Microsoft Edge. That's Microsoft's search engine. And everybody, I prefer Google over Microsoft Edge, but for my laptop here, I use Microsoft Edge because a Microsoft product for me will do better if I use the Microsoft additions that come with it, such as the Microsoft Edge for my search engine. There are over 2.6 billion users on YouTube. 2.6 billion users on YouTube. I think TikTok tops that. But on YouTube, that's how much there is. So when you think about all those users, Dewberry said, you could say what you want to say on YouTube. It's really not true. It's just that there's 2.6 billion users on YouTube. So if you're breaking policies, whoever they got managed watching that and monitoring that, they're going to take time to catch up to you. Look at all the people who did the COVID frauds. They're just taking time to catch up with some of them. And they haven't caught up with all of them yet, but they caught up with some of them. And not even a whole lot of them. Just some of them got caught up, And a lot of them who got caught up is celebrity type people who all in the limelight. The low people, they still low. The people who are out there, they got caught. Right? So today YouTube has become a necessity. If you want to learn to cook, go to YouTube. Fix a car, go to YouTube. When I fix my car, my brakes, like now I do brakes really good. I learned that in jail. I took auto mechanics in jail, so I learned how to change oil, do brakes, do rotors, change tires, fix pipes, change control arms. I learned how to do a lot of the mechanics of the car. So I go to YouTube to make sure I got the idea and the hang of things when things go wrong in my car. You go to YouTube and you learn a lot of things to fix a lot of things. If you want to learn to cook, then you can learn from YouTube. If you want to learn to dance, you can on YouTube. Any dance. A lot of people start doing that crip walk and all of that other stuff, and they go on YouTube, and there's people that put up videos to teach you how to do that. Right? Today, YouTubers are no less than superstars. That, to me, is a point that you always have to think about when you're making money off of YouTube, when you become popular on YouTube, when you become a celebrity on YouTube with all your thousands of views. You become one of those superstars. Now, why do I say that's so important? Because if you look at superstars, the same platform that made them superstars, when they feel they are disobedient, that they're bigger than they actually are, they take that superstar status from them. Great example, Kanye West. You went on the Drink Champs, you were broadcasted and proudy and got big-headed about you, a multi-billionaire and all that. They took that away from you. They took that from him. So you are under somebody's umbrella that's allowing you to, the sky's the limit. Do you, bro? Do you, sister? Do you, baby? Do you, dog? Do what you go do and get the most that you can get out of it. However, mind your manners. Mind your manners. Because if you get too big-headed, if you get so comfortable as to forgetting who runs this, we're going to chop your head off. We're going to take that away from you. Now, let's go. Who is the CEO of YouTube? Susan Wojcicki. I don't know how to say it. Wojcicki. Wojcicki. She took over as YouTube CEO on February 2014, and since then, to the day, she has contributed to make it popular. This is your CEO of YouTube. Google owned YouTube. Google got YouTube from 3 men who created YouTube. 2 foreigners and an American. They created YouTube. All of them was into, internet businesses and stuff like that, working for people doing that, and they created YouTube. I think they bought it for $1.65 US money. So now, when you have an organization, what's the first thing an organization does? If you start an organization, what you gonna do? You're gonna have your board of directors, then you're gonna have your managers, supervisors, and you're gonna have rules and regulations governing how to run that organization, that agency, whatever you set up. You're going to have rules and regulations. So now, let's look. YouTube has rules and regulations, community policies, and things like that. So you have limited features for certain videos. We're not going to read this whole thing. So, if you violate the policies, it says, content that doesn't violate our policies but is close to removal line could be offensive to some viewers, may have some features turned off. It will turn off comments, suggested videos, and likes. I do my videos different because I put up one video reporting on the Ty Nichols situation, and I got a copyright claim. So I went in there, I just took the whole video down. So it said the copyright claim, when you get a copyright claim on it, it don't remove your videos. It removed the comments, it removes the likes, it removes the shares. And it says that if you keep it up, the person who's got the copyright will, if you monetize, they will get the money, and then you have to get in touch with them, go through some, process, and you get half the money. You don't lose everything. But it could be taken down for that. Now, one thing we got to look at here is say, hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on certain attributes. Remember that now. Remember that. Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on certain attributes. Y'all heard that? Let's see one more. Reporting and enforcement. Learn about reporting content on YouTube, the actions our teams will take when reviewing content, and what this means. They have a whole list of it, right? Report inappropriate videos, channels, or other content on YouTube. This is the reporting side. Report YouTube search prediction. Other reporting options. About YouTube Trusted Flagger program. You can join the Flagger program to flag people's videos. Report policy violative ads that violate the policy and community guidelines. You could report that. Manage content. Your content in restricted mode. If you need anything, you could just let me know.
Chillum.
Huh?
Chillum.
Chillum, what's that?
Glass where it gets smaller and it gets
How you
bigger
doing,
again.
buddy?
Nah, a chillum.
What are you looking for?
A chillum. He
Glass
said
chillums.
it starts small and go big.
What is it? It's like a one-hitter, glass one-hitter. But it's skinny and then it gets bigger.
Age restrict your own video on YouTube.
Oh, that's
Vi-
glass here?
I didn't see none of them.
Oh, that's glass?
Videos locked as private. View your reporting history. Now, community guidelines enforcement. Community guidelines straights basics on YouTube. Appeal community guidelines action. Age restricted content. Channel and account terminations.
Oh, no.
Limited features for certain videos. Trouble videos takedown. And watch age restricted videos. I don't want to go into a lot. I just wanted to show you that they have this, you know. So
Glass here? That's
now we go back.
small.
Now we go back.
Glass here.
Yeah,
Can you see that one?
that's one glass. That's so dumb.
So Mr. Dewberry, he says, China Mac got Charleston White and Hassan Campbell page taken down. I don't believe that. Right. It's questionable. I listened to the live and some of the things he said make some sense, but this heading right here, I do not
That's what you got.
Okay.
really believe that China Mac
Okay.
had it, and we'll talk about that. He said China Mac got Charleston White and Hassan Campbell
think he
page
dropped
taken
one.
down.
From
Okay.
Yeah, that part don't matter. Thanks, man.
So here we have Charleston White and Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell made a lot of videos, and as I said, hoping that Hassan Campbell would see my video, that he took a turn for the worse when he had a whole lot of positive growth in his hands. That positive growth would have generated a whole lot of finances for him through organizations, supports, through paid speeches, and a lot of things. All he had to do was stay on the topic of molestation and reporting molestation and the signs of molestation. He had to stay with the topic that really brought him to the forefront of YouTube and generated so much views for him and gave him a whole lot of popularity. Instead, he started getting on the hit him in the head with the headshot. Not this snot box. Shooting up, he got 3 homicides. He locked down projects. He told Doggy Diamonds that he gonna knock him out and hit him in the anal. You know, so a lot of that stuff started putting bad taste in some people's mouths. Now, when you're talking about looking at the CEO, just look at the CEO of Google and then think about, the CEO of YouTube, and then think about who owns YouTube, Google, and think about the people that's probably working to help monitor the content that's being created on Google. That I read a little about it and it said it's got automated ways of reviewing the content you create, and it's got humans that do it too. And you can't say, oh man, this is a far-fetched idea, because when you download a video, they start checking for copyright problems and all types of stuff. That's got to be automated, generated process. It's done automatically through some system, some computerized system. So now he starts with China Mac. When Hassan Campbell had his problem with China Mac, it was more like him against China Mac, and he called China Mac a culture vulture. He didn't say the Asian people are culture vulture. He said China Mac was a culture vulture. And China Mac didn't have no right to tell Math Hoffa that he should not have had Troy Ave on his show and asked Troy Ave about the ongoing case that was between him, Taxstorm, Banger getting killed, the Irving Plaza situation. And China Mac came at him more individually than as a group, right? So I cannot think to believe, I can't even see China Mac shutting down Hassan Campbell's channel. I cannot see it. But inside of Hassan Campbell's interview with Math Hoffa, he said he was touched as a kid, so he went on to touch kids. That's predatory behavior. That's pedophile behavior. That's not accepted in society. A lot of people wasn't talking about it. I always talked about it because I felt that he should address that situation and stop acting like he's so tough when he did stuff to kids that people are doing to kids today. And he didn't say he stopped, and then went on to say he's going to knock Doggy Diamonds out and molest him. It said a lot about him. So by him saying that to Doggy Diamonds, how you know Doggy Diamonds ain't get his thing shut down? Inviting Jay Prince to his genitals. How you know Jay Prince ain't get him shot down? China Mac fought AD for some business problems supposedly that they had. Imagine this, he'd have fought him, I would believe. Now we're done with him. Now we go to Charleston White. Charleston White, for some reason, got into beef with China Mac. China Mac wanted to fade with Charleston White. But Charleston White went further. When Charleston White first started going at China Mac and saying the things he said, I watched his live and I agreed with him. I believe that China Mac, as a Chinese person, was getting too involved in what was going on in the black hip-hop culture with the black people, because the community, he don't be in the black community, so he couldn't really elaborate much on that or have his opinion on that. But getting so much involved with what Math Hoffa doing, what this one doing, and this and that regarding the black community, he should not have been doing it, because he made a video on Math Hoffa and he said he needed to help his Asian people, and nobody needed to be involved in helping them but Asian people, and he's not wrong for that. He's not wrong for that. Any cultural group has to fight for their sustenance. They have to fight for them to benefit from society like other cultures. They can't have others fighting for them. Only black people got other people fighting for them. They don't fight for each other. They don't fight for their political strength their financial gains, better communities, better housing. They got always voice the problem, but they don't collectively get together to attack the problem. If they get together to attack the problem, it results in robberies and burglaries and burning down their neighborhood, not fixing their neighborhood up. So at the end of the day, I don't feel that he was wrong. You gotta see what you want.
Yeah, I think so.
1 minute, YouTube. I thought you said 8. I thought he had 34 and you had 4 to make it 38.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. I might have more here actually. Actually, I think we have the 40.
Oh, see?
$40.
Okay, you see? You're a great man, man.
Yeah. I don't want to jip you. Sorry about that.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, you have a good day.
You too. Okay, I'm back. So, like I was saying, I believed in what Charleston White was saying, but then China Mac put up a live and start I'm looking at his facial expressions and watching his body language and all that, and he going in saying, "You want to get my own people? You want to start a black Asian war?" So I'm saying, how he's starting a black Asian war by trying to correct his behavior. He's the Chinese guy, Asian guy, getting too involved in the black community. True, he's a rapper. He's overstepping his bounds. Charleston White calls him on it. And it don't matter, man. It don't matter, man. You've been in juvenile, you've been in prison. When you was in prison around all them black people with probably wasn't no Chinese people there, no Asian people there at all. You had no choice but to choose. You're gonna go with the white people that's there, you're gonna go with the black people that's there, or you're gonna go with the Spanish people that's there. You said you was raised in Brownville, so that's where you went. With the black people because you were more comfortable with the black people, but that still don't take your culture away from you. You still be who you are, but you running with them. You still be who you are, but you running with them. That's like the Americans who try to be Jamaican. Don't make no sense. Be American, but run with the Jamaicans. All of a sudden, I know you. You born in Kings County Hospital the same year I was born. You live right down the block from me. I know your grandmother and all of a sudden you acting like you got dreads and acting like you from Jamaica, boy. And somebody got to call you on it. Somebody got to call you on it. So I said, damn, this man is taking this shit too personal. He trying to start a whole war between blacks and Asians over what Charleston White told him. That's the truth. So I said, nah, let me do a little more research. So I went and watched Charleston White's video. And oh my God, man. He started talking about killing them babies, making them alligator food, raping them women, all these Asian women, raping them and killing them, and talking about he going to massage and they're going to do this sexual thing to him and all that. That was out of line. That was out of line. And let me not say this, because I went to Dewberry thing, and I like reading the comments. I like reading the comments, and people think, look at. Well, I'm not going to read all the comments, but look at one comment that was put on Dewberry thing. Look at one comment that was put on Dewberry thing. I'm gonna get a shout out to this brother. Some person, MK. And I'm gonna read the replies too. Charleston needs to understand that if he keeps saying out of pocket things, his accounts are going to be taken down. If you go on a rant about raping Asian babies, it won't be a good look. It's just that simple. He's making it easy. He's making it easy for them to just take your channel away from you. And then you create the enemy, a group enemy that you can't pinpoint where it comes from. And Dewberry, as a grown man, you know, I haven't this read a thing said you did 28 years in penitentiary somewhere. You should be wiser than that to know. And then somebody responded, Stairway, shout out to you. There's a thin line between genius and madness. Charleston White, you know, he was saying some smart, some real clever, you know, comical things that was real talk to black people, about the black rappers promoting all the violence, about the gangbangers promoting all the killing in the neighborhoods, tearing up the neighborhoods, about the people who, you know, making this money, who came from these neighborhoods with these dilapidated buildings with no grass in front of their houses and all this stuff, that they needed to step up the game and help fix up their neighborhoods instead of depending on the outsiders to come and do it. The same white man like you want to fight and go against, that's actually trying to help you more than you're helping yourself. That more than you're helping yourself. And that was making sense. And then he went on and rant, and he created a lot. Here goes somebody else. Shout out to Cool Out AC. At first, I was defending the guy, saying he's just a comic. Troll. He don't mean it. Now, just think. He is a failed community activist. A politician taking out his frustration on social media for the bag. I don't believe that bag problem, because for a long time, Charleston White was not monetized on YouTube. He wasn't. Charleston White was not monetized on YouTube. And his followers really are now promoting segregation like racist Confederates. I don't believe that either, because segregation is already here. A lot of people think New York City, the Rotten Apple, is a place to be. That's the most segregated place you can live. That's the most segregated place that you can live. And it showed they got everybody in different areas. The Spanish people is mostly in the Bronx. The African people, there's a lot of them in Staten Island. The Italian people, they got their own neighborhoods and don't want nobody else in it. They got whole sections where Asian people live in Queens, in Brooklyn. They got the black people mostly in the projects. It's segregated. The neighborhoods that the black people have with the tenement building, they call it that gentrification thing. The people saying, you're not fighting for your neighborhood, you're not doing that, so we come in and get that. And they come in and get that. So that's been something that's out there. If you look in your own neighborhood, Mr. Cool Out AC, you probably see the segregation yourself if you look for it. You can't see what you don't look for. You know, it's pretty wild. And this day and age of social media is now spilling into real life. It's not a joke anymore. And then somebody goes on and say the terms of service are usually clear. And it's clear of what YouTube says you can and cannot do in making your video. And there's penalties for when you violate the terms, the policies, and the community guidelines. You know, if you monetize, they take your money, they stop that. They stop some of your videos. Like I said, I put the copyright thing, I couldn't comment, you couldn't share it, you couldn't like it, it just was there. You know, I took it all down, and I tried not to violate it again, you know, because I'm trying to be a nice voice on here for you, a thinking voice right here. I'm not no little kid. You know, I'm not want to be on here with this back and forth. I don't want nobody on here talking about my mother, talking about what they'll do to me or anything. So I'm trying to look at these contents and make rational sense out of it. So, you know, Mr. Dewberry put his thing that Charleston White was shut down by China Mac. It's not true. Even when you come to the comic venue there, he could have sought out another venue and came to New York and see what it done. But that venue right there, being in New York, knowing what's going down in New York, that venue decided that the money compared to the problems didn't level out. And Glorilla, and I think it was Yo Gotti, one of them, they went to Rochester, and because of what happened there, that venue cannot have no more events there. So if having these events is your livelihood, and you see ahead of time the problems, you're going to shut it down. Charleston White said he shut it down. Academics said they contacted him and said you could still have it without Charleston White, though. You know, there's a story back and forth. I'm not here to say which one is right and which one's wrong. I know that it was canceled. And when you got a whole lot of enemies, you don't know which one. You could say whoever did it and they didn't do it. And you got to think about Charleston White going at. Hold up, let's put this guy up, because now we're going to talk about his situation. So now you got to think about Charleston White going on his rant about Asian people, cutting up Asian babies, bro, raping these women, bro, some real savagery stuff. And like it says, 2.6 billion people on YouTube. They got computers, robots that's monitoring the content, and they got humans. They're going to miss some stuff until somebody reports it. And then when you got this whole Asian community who just recently, because Donald Trump called it the China virus, and then COVID came, and you have all these people who is beating up all these Asian people just walking down the street, beating up these old people, stomping out these old people, and all this stuff. They had to get some protection around them. So they got the hate bill, and here you come. And they not like black people. They got people who really are leaders for them, who really talk to better their communities, to put protection around them, to put the right patrols so the violence don't happen in the community, to get the trees, to get the grass, to get all the things that the government's supposed to do to the property to make it look nice outside of your own living in. But if you're in public housing, they're supposed to take care of that. And then it says, China Mac. China Mac disrespect everyone who support Charleston White on IG Live. Because at this point, it wasn't personal between him and China Mac no more. It became him against the Asians and rallying the thing against the Asians. One thing I could say is, in my video, I showed you people from China and Japan and all that, they don't prefer to socialize with black people. If they could, they would. Then I showed you where the Asian lady got on and said, why are there so much Chinese restaurants and, you know, Oriental restaurants inside the black community? It's not by choice, it's by design. It's not by choice that they're there, it's by design. If they had a choice, they would open up their businesses elsewhere, if they had a choice. She explained it to you, and when you listen to it, if you go to my video and you see it, it's my Charleston White video, I don't got a lot of them, you'll see it. So, you know, Charleston White, right hand man, Dewberry, you can't 100% say that China Mac shut down Charleston White and Hassan Campbell's channel. You could say Hassan Campbell shut his channel down and Charleston White shut his channel down. That's what you could say. And you could go and talk to your right-hand man and explain to him. It wasn't bad what he was doing. He got generated a lot of followings. He got everything going on. It was not bad, man. You know, I was watching him. I know a lot of people that's in my little circle that was watching him and admiring the things he was saying and really listening to and talking about the things he was saying. But when you start doing hate speeches and all that, you're going on another level. You know, you're going on another level. And you can ask Farrakhan about that. And Farrakhan came and apologized to them Jews when he got that cancer. You know, and you got to look at what happened to Kanye West. And he's way bigger than Charleston White, way bigger than Hassan Campbell. And look what happened to Tim, Kanye. Ye should know the rules and follow them. Not meaning ye Kanye, you know, that's his name, ye, but that ye has got a lot of ways of using it, you know. I mean, ye should understand the consequences of ye behavior. Mr. Dewberry, you can't blame that on Charleston White. You can't blame that on China Mac. You got to blame that on your boy Charleston White. If his channel is officially shut down, don't blame that on China Mac. Hassan Campbell can't blame it on China Mac. You see what you want?
Yeah, can I get this here?
That's what you want.
Yeah, this one right here. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, y'all have to excuse me, but I do have a business going on right here. I do have to take care of some people that come in, so, you know, I'm not editing my video. You know, this is my live. This is the way I do my lives, because until my subscriptions get up to close to 1,000, I'm not going to go live. After that, I will go live. I don't make money off of this, so every now and again I have to stop. That's why you hear me asking them to see what they want, because I don't want to get up and stand there while they trying to figure out, you know, their vices. You know, but at the end of the day, like I said, you know, Mr. Dewberry put that topic up saying China Mac got Hassan Campbell and Charleston White channel shut down now. And far as, you know, far as China Mac disrespected everyone who supports China White on IG Live, he can't disrespect everyone. You know, he probably disrespect a lot, but for those who support him saying that, I mean, in this day and time, man, you know, I don't got no kids. I don't have no kids, so, you know, I had to make the decision between crime, jail, and kids, and crime and jail, you know, beat the kids situation. So I made sure that I did not have kids. You know, I had a wife, I had all of that, you know, all of that, all above, you know, got a loyal girl now and all of that, but no kids and no possibility of kids because it's too far going down. And I made a conscious decision. I was not going to have a kid and go to jail, but I could still feel, because I got nieces and I got nephews. You know, and if some white person said, we're going to kill all black kids and all that, black people would get in an uproar. Black people would get in an uproar. If some black person said, man, we need to kill all them Spanish kids and them babies, they're going to be in an uproar. They're going to be in an uproar. So you can't knock China Mac for being in an uproar that Charleston White said all of this hate stuff. And then, I mean, you can say, I hate you, man, I hate that and all that. But when you start talking about going around and killing these kids and making them alligator bait, you're stepping over the bounds, man. And YouTube in itself, I showed you that. No hate speeches. No violence. They even got a thing with no language. A lot of cursing and all of that. So Charleston White did it to himself if his channel was gone. Hassan Campbell did it to himself if his channel gone. You got to decide what you're on here for. You on here to pass on information and knowledge, or you on here to fake fight, or create such a situation for yourself that you can't even go vacation and see what another state look like because you're known, you're seen, and when you get there, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have problems. I thank everybody for looking at my video. I hope you would subscribe. I hope you would like. If you feel a comment, please do. I love the comments because I take time to address them. And a lot of times what I'm going to do is, when my comments start going up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, following my video, I'm going to have response to comments. And we're going to respond to some of the comments I am. Just like I went through some of the comments on Mr. Dewberry thing. Because I didn't want to think and I didn't want to act like I got the answers. But if everybody say it's an apple, it's an apple. If 1,000 people say it's an apple, man. The hell with it. So I had some people, because I was analyzing Mr. Dewberry's live, I had some of the comments from his live that I used to support my argument. Like mine, iron sharpens iron. And with that, I just want to show you this. Remember, rules are for the obedience of fools. Fools are the unwisely, the prudent ones, and the guidance of wise men. The rules are there for the guidance to help you get around and move around so you can get to where you want to go, so you can meet your goal. And then we have this. The hell? Know the rules well. Know the rules well so you can break them effectively. And that's with everything. You out there doing that crime, you don't know law, you twist it. You're going to tell on your man and sometimes don't even got to tell. You're going to tell on yourself and sometimes don't even got to tell. Know the rules well so you can break them effectively. And if you know them well and somebody try to break them with you, you know what to do in order to correct that. Everybody has a nice day. I thank y'all for watching my video. I hope that you would subscribe. If you want to share it, please do. If you want to comment, that would be the most enjoyable thing I'll take is your comments to see what you think about what I said. And you can like it or dislike it. That's up to you. And for all my subscribers, I love you dearly. I thank you very much. And I hope you will continue to watch my videos. Thank you. Content analysis, 2750. My puppy dog is my profile picture. Everybody have a nice day and be safe out there.